There are several ways to classify a steel company. The first is by its value chain. Thus we have upstream producers of steel from iron or steel scrap. The midstream players are those that roll the steel slabs into sheets. The downstream players uses the steel coil to produce things like steel pipes. The other way to classify it is by product shapes such as flats, longs or tubular. ASteel is a downstream player focused on being a one-stop building solutions provider, primarily involved in coated steel products, metal roofing systems and industrial building systems or IBS. The company was formerly known as YKGI and was involved in coated coil manufacturing from its Klang facility. The downstream operations was the metal roofing and building materials businesses that were focused on Sabah and Sarawak. The company divested the coil coating business in 2018 due to persistent poor performance. The group then rebranded itself as ASteel and today has two operating segments: manufacturing of coils and roofing products, and trading of hardware and building materials. The manufacturing sector overshadows the trading business in terms of revenue. All the products are sold domestically. The group serves the steel sector. This is a cyclical sector where there is global overcapacity. Most of the Malaysian steel companies focus on the long products where a big part are exported. Malaysia is still dependent on imports for its flat products. Steel prices are cyclical and you can see that over the past few years, prices have been very volatile with peak prices more than 30% higher than the trough prices. You can also see that historically there is a close correlation between steel prices from different regions around the world. There is a strong correlation between ASteel revenue and hot-rolled steel prices. This makes the company a cyclical one. As such, when looking at ASteel fundamentals and valuation, you should look at the performance over the cycle. In my fundamental analysis of ASteel, I focus on its performance relative to the peers in the flat steel sectors. There are 6 companies in this sector including ASteel. ASteel is among the smaller players in terms of the 2024 revenue and total assets. While the sector median revenue did not change very much over the past decade, ASteel revenue declined. A big part of this was the divestment of the coil coating business in 2018. Over the past decade, there was only 1 year, 2021, that the company was profitable. The big loss in 2018 was due to the impairment of the coated coil business. The 2018 loss impacted the return on equity for the year. Ignoring the impairment, there was low operating margins as it was operating near the break-even level. But from an operating return perspective, the performance was better than the return on equity. And post-2018, there were periods when it did better than the peer median. Are there signs of improvements? Post the divestment of the coated coil business, gross profitability has been trending up. The company also has a low customer concentration. It is also getting financially stronger, although compared to the sector, its leverage and debt equity ratio is still high. The gross profit margin is trending up and it seemed to have stabilized its selling, general and administration margin. While its gross profit margin is better than the peer median, the negative point is the higher SG&A margin compared to the peers. Finally, while its capital efficiency has improved post the divestment, it is still poor compared to its peers. Overall, the group faces some challenges in improving its returns. It needs to get its revenue well above its break-even and control its fixed cost. Valuation-wise, the company is trading above its book value. But a valuation based on an optimistic set of assumptions provide a good margin of safety. The challenge is whether the company can deliver the efficiency improvements. Given the findings, you should not be surprised to find that it falls into the turnaround quadrant in the fundamental mapper. The information presented is for educational purposes only. Do you want to learn more about how to identify such stocks with the fundamental mapper? Scan the QR code to access it on the Sifu app. Thank you.